Gentlemen, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Collura here with Dr. Bill Anton, CEO Effectiveness, and happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
Yeah.
and the week wrapping things up. Been a very productive week here for the team at CEO Effectiveness. And Dr. Anton and I are getting deep into a discussion, and we want to share some insights with you. So, Dr. Anton, we're diving into, especially in the startup and entrepreneur community, right? We're talking about the idea of being a founder as compared to a CEO, right? And the difference between the two. So just because you founded a company, does it necessarily mean that it makes you a good CEO?
No, not at all. In fact, sometimes it's just the opposite. The qualities that are necessary for creating something and building something, and the kind of energy that gets you off the ground and gets you started is not the kind of energy you need during a different phase of the development of the company. For example, if you think of the metaphor of a rocket ship, frequently when it takes off very slowly,
right?
And then along the way, it lets go of its original fuel source and transforms to a fuel source that is compatible with whatever its mission is. And so analogously, I think one of the mistakes that a lot of founders make and starters is that they're the person with the dream, they're the person with the big ideas, they're the person with focused energy to make that dream into reality. But as soon as the company gets to the point where you have individuals, where you have differentiation of functions, then you have different kinds of skills. You have the skills of leadership, how to get the best results out of people, how to engage people in a way that they want to be committed and they want to give their best to your company, and then how to create an organization that can meet all the business and customer requirements that you're going to need in order to grow and to compete with people that are in the same space.
Absolutely. So there's this idea of, there's the original visionary, like the founder, the person who thought of the idea, had the rocket fuel, they launched, they boosted it, right? But then there's this concept of implementation, right? Actually being able to bring that vision to life, the processes, the systems, the operations, the management skills, the leadership skills. So it seems to me like two very different skill sets, right? Two very different maybe personality types. I don't know.
Well, it could be both. There could be different personality characteristics. There could be different skill sets, but one of the things that we try to do at CEOE is to bridge that gap for founders. Like, for example, I'm working with two really very successful startups right now, where the founders really had everything they needed to get it started, but now they're into the complexity of getting the best results through people. Like, what kind of people should I hire?
Absolutely.
What kind of organization should I create so that this dream continues to develop and evolve and thrive? And so sometimes if the founder is willing to work with an experienced executive coach or a CEO coach, they can sometimes make that transition and actually continue to be part of the upper leadership of the organization as it becomes a great company.
Absolutely. And so I think that is such a vital component to grasp, that look, if you're a founder and you're having success, right? Your rocket has launched, but you're starting to see different components of management, of operations, of being able to really produce and have a good team that can fulfill what the demand is from the market. I think it's really important to be able to recognize the right kind of talent, being able to understand the right kind of people you need around you,
right.
Not just, I think, that share the same vision, but can actually execute.
Exactly.
Right? And that makes a big difference on the execution side of the house.
No question about it. And sometimes one of the mistakes I see founders making is that they don't make that transition. And again, to use the rocket ship metaphor, they're burning through fuel at a rapid rate, and they spend a lot of their time trying to attract capital.
Absolutely.
And the problem is that they are burning through fuel because they don't have the skill sets to rely on others in their organization, so that the organization is using the right amount of fuel in relationship to its growth.
Absolutely. You know, so if there is one thing that we could tell folks right now who are experiencing this, right, going from, all right, so I'm a founder, we've launched, but now I'm really starting to have to put my CEO hat on and delegate and manage and make sure things are being integrated and processes are there. If there's one piece of advice we could give them right now, what would it be?
I think it would probably get an experienced coach to help you through that transition, because you can burn through a lot of money and you can actually end up sabotaging your dream because you believe that whatever allowed you to create whatever you created up to that point is going to take you on the next phase of your journey. And very often, in fact, the majority of the time, it is not.
Absolutely. And so, you know, I think the biggest thing there is being able to recognize what your strengths are and your weaknesses, and then make sure you seek the assistance and the advice of folks who have a good grip and a good handle, right? And the great news is that that is what CEOE is here for. That is exactly what we do, and we are the best at what we do. So please visit our website, ceoeffectiveness.com. Comment, leave us questions below. We love interacting with everyone who comments on Facebook. Dr. Anton, always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
And always a great conversation on these Friday mornings.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Make it a great weekend, everybody.
Right.